In boxing, Desmond, it's give and take. Tommy gave me one, and I gave him several. I took his, and he obviously couldn't take mine.
It was a great win.
It was a fantastic win for me.
How to turn an anticipated battle of two stars into a run-of-the-mill fight. Destroying is easier than building. Step 1. To diminish the fight's prestige, one of the boxers must suffer a defeat. Step 2. Time. If spectators dream of witnessing the fight here and now, yet it takes place 2 to 3 years down the line, this timing significantly impacts its popularity. The mega event transforms into an unremarkable boxing evening. In 1992, Mike Tyson found himself behind bars, Evander Holyfield yielded to Riddick Bowe, and the American audience thirsted for a new hero. Lennox Lewis didn't resonate with the American audience. He was an outsider, a Brit with Jamaican roots, fighting under the Canadian flag. This wasn't the kind of hero that the US public dreamt of. The spectators grew bored. The arrival of Tommy Morrison sparked a new wave of interest. The Duke was seen as a replacement for Tyson, during a period when the iron was occupied elsewhere. Morrison made a comeback, returned to the path of victory, and clinched the vacant WBO title. The Duke conquered the legendary George Foreman and successfully defended his title. The question of a showdown with Lewis was settled. Both fighters needed to complete a defense each, and then cross gloves with one another. The fight stirred colossal interest. The audience awaited Tommy's triumph. He had to conquer Michael Bentt, a star amateur boxer and a professional underachiever. Michael Bentt was born in London. His parents hailed from Jamaica. When he turned 5, the family relocated to New York. Bentt's father directed him to a local boxing gym to shield him from the influence of the mean streets. The results were swift. Michael secured victory in 5 national championships and won 4 Golden Gloves tournaments. Bentt became the captain of the U.S. amateur team, earning bronze medals in the World Cup, World Championship, and Pan American Games. In the qualifying tournament for the 1988 Seoul Olympics, he fell to the aforementioned Ray Mercer. The judge's decision sparked controversy in the boxing community. Michael had plans to qualify for the Olympics as a representative of the Jamaican team. However, the procedure required him to renounce his American citizenship. Bentt missed the main event of the quadrennium and transitioned to the professional ranks. The former captain of the U.S. national team captured attention. He possessed immense amateur experience, had never been knocked out, and skillfully engaged with the public and media. A ready-made boxing star. He embarked on his journey under the guidance of Emanuel Stewart, armed with an exclusive contract from Top Rank, only to suffer a devastating knockout in his debut bout.
2 minutes and change.
You're very lucky to get through, and he may not get. And these are not real knockout punches. They land through the gloves. You're not seeing stuff landing flush. There, the uppercut got him.
The defeat was so unexpected and unequivocal that few could find an explanation for what had transpired. Stewart tried to rehabilitate his protege by pointing to the short notice of the fight and Jerry Jones's right-handed stance, the man who crushed Bentt. The excuses didn't work. The whole world saw Michael lose. The public is only interested in winners. Michael Bentt was quickly forgotten. Michael possessed charisma and acting talents. The young man played a few minor roles in movies. He had all the potential to become that replacement for Tyson. However, the debut loss was a cold shower that once again highlighted the difference between amateur and professional boxing. Bentt took a 20-month pause. He returned to the ring, secured 10 victories, and entered the top 15 of the WBO heavyweight rankings. This factor went unnoticed. All eyes were fixed on Tommy Morrison. Michael was supposed to be another victim of the Duke before his fight with Lennox Lewis. On October 29, 1993, Bentt annihilated Morrison in a minute and a half of the first round.
Michael Bentt on the verge of a big moment, and he's got it. That's it. A left hook. So Tommy came in, and that's what happened.
Walks right into an unnecessary mix-up that he needed not even have. Hurt the guy.
Before the fight, Michael was a 9-1 underdog. The victim triumphed over the predator. The world of boxing lost the opportunity to witness the unification fight between Tommy and Lennox. Their plans were disrupted by a boxer that the media labeled as the main failure of 1989. As journalists noted, during the bout, Morrison found himself in a horizontal position more often than a vertical one. What was the reason behind Michael's outstanding performance? As the boxer himself noted, he felt like an actor. Perhaps this factor truly worked in his favor, but the main reason for his success was experience.
It was a great win.
It was a fantastic win for me.
And it's changed your life, I guess.
For the most part, yeah. It's not anything that I didn't expect. I expected to beat Tommy, beat him in a big way, whether it was via the knockout route or decision, but I did expect to beat him, and all the things that happened after that, I pretty much expected also.
After his defeat against Jerry Jones, Bentt spent 2 years as the primary sparring partner for Evander Holyfield, the leader of the heavyweight division. The experience of working with the world's best fighter helped Michael reshape his style and mindset to fit the realities of professional boxing. The bout between Lennox and Tommy took place in 1995, by which time it had lost much of its appeal. Lewis defeated Morrison without significant difficulty and began his journey toward becoming the top heavyweight boxer. He achieved his goal.
Lane's getting very close to a stoppage here. You get that sense. Now, Morrison was. Just another look at the first knockdown, and the jab bothered him there. You can see that Morrison was concerned about his eyes at this point, and once again you'll see the jab do the damage there, followed by the finishing.
The link will be in the description under the video. But what about Bentt? After his triumph against Tommy, he became one of the most discussed personalities in New York. 1.5 minutes changed his life. Unfortunately, wonders are not everlasting. In March 1994, Michael lost his title to Herbie Hyde in his first defense.
Verrechnet hatte. Und hier sehen Sie der Fehlschlag. Dort hätte Herbie Hyde gegen Tommy Morrison boxen sollen. Das wäre eine interessante Begegnung gewesen, ein Kampf, der mit einiger Sicherheit zugunsten von Herbie Hyde.
A heavy knockout defeat in the 7th round led to a prolonged illness and partial memory loss. Bentt recovered his health but was forced to end his athletic career. The former champion found his calling in the world of cinema. In 2001, he portrayed Sonny Liston in the renowned film Ali, directed by Michael Mann. Bentt dedicated his life to producing. He created numerous artistic and documentary works, collaborated with media figures, and became a millionaire. Since early childhood, Bentt had dreamt of playing leading roles in movies. Life altered his path. Michael became a fighter, a star of amateur boxing and a professional underachiever. He shocked the world in his fight against Tommy Morrison. It was his defining role. He changed the history of the heavyweight division. The defeat to Herbie Hyde and the thin line between life and death. He returned and fulfilled his dream. Michael's father wanted his son to be a boxer. But even in the ring, Bentt never forgot his role as an actor. Every performance requires preparation. He disappeared from the media world and spent several years training with the world's best boxer to play his cameo, 1.5-minute role in the history of heavyweight boxing.